Welcome back. I have a very large pile of empty products, and I believe this is kind of from the last like 3 or 4 months. I can't fully remember when I did the last empties. I've got a lot of skincare. I have a few makeup products, a couple of perfumes I believe, and some hair and like shower stuff. So if you like watching empties, this is going to be a long one. Grab a beverage or a snack, or just keep me on in the background for some background noise. I love watching empties because I feel like when someone finishes a whole product, you really get a good sense of how you feel about it. So I have some sort of quick thoughts. I'll try to keep it brief for most of this stuff. Normally I try to like break it up by category, but there's so much stuff in here that I don't really want to take it out and like organize it all. So I'm just going to take everything out one by one, talk about it. Yeah, let's get started. Okay, I'll try to work through like the bigger stuff that's kind of on top. So the first thing being this Tree Hut moisturizing shave oil. It's in this scent Tropic Glow. I really like the scent of this, and I like using a shave oil to shave because I feel like it moisturizes a little bit. My skin will feel a little bit dry afterwards, but I don't feel an immediate rush to put lotion on or anything. One thing I'm kind of not a fan about the packaging is, so you might be able to see that there's still a little bit left in the bottle. The like straw thing doesn't actually go all the way to the bottom of the container, so that's a little bit frustrating. I did buy another one of these to replace it, but it's a different scent, so I don't really want to just like pour what's left of here into that one. I don't know, I'll try maybe to just like pour it out into like a little bowl or something and try to make use out of it, but that's sort of one negative thing that I have to say about this packaging. But overall, this is good. Next item is this Matrix A Curl Can Dream. It's like a rich mask. I basically would just use this as my conditioner every other wash. I really enjoyed this. I like the scent of it, and it did leave my hair really moisturized. And I could definitely tell that after I used this, my hair would want to curl a little bit more like on its own without actually putting product in. I've kind of gone back to just like kind of blow drying my hair straight-ish, so I haven't really been putting a whole lot of products in it to help with the curl. But when I use this, I could let it air dry and it would still end up being like a little bit curly wavy. Overall, I liked this. I would probably buy it again. I have a couple other moisturizing masks that I'm working my way through, but I could definitely see myself getting this again, and I'd probably get the larger version of it, which I think is a pump, which I like better than like a squeezy bottle. Okay, another hair item is this Shea Moisture Hydrate and Repair shampoo. I believe I've already talked about the conditioner of this. This line overall, not my favorite. I did notice that the shampoo is really like hydrating, but hydrating in a way where like it felt like it didn't fully clean my hair. So although I went through this and I used it, it's not my favorite and I wouldn't buy it again. Another shampoo that I went through is the IGK Legendary Hydrating Shampoo. I've gone through maybe 2 others of these, and I really enjoy this as a shampoo. I've maybe only used one of the conditioners. It wasn't necessarily my favorite. I kind of enjoy using more of a mask as like my normal conditioner, just because I feel like my hair is really dry. But this definitely is a shampoo that I've gone back to time and time again. I don't need any shampoo right now, and I prefer to just pick these up if I happen to see it at Marshall's. I wouldn't really want to spend full price on it, but getting it at a Marshall's price of it is okay enough for me to pick it up again if I see it. Another hair care item is the Bumble & Bumble, the Hairdresser's Invisible Oil Primer. It's not fully empty, but I've had this for years, and I feel like it's starting to kind of get a like off scent to it. I would use this kind of off and on throughout the years. Not my favorite. I really do enjoy the scent of it though, like when it's the normal scent and not really smelling off. But I don't know that it would be something that I would buy again. I do try to use a heat protectant whenever I'm heat styling my hair though. And I do have one that I'm working my way through. It certainly doesn't smell as good as this, but I would probably look for something else when it's time to get a heat protectant again. Okay, a shower item, the Naturium, the Glow Gutter Multi-Oil Body Wash. This was okay, it smelled nice. I feel like it wasn't all that drying on my skin. However, I felt like I had to use at least like 2, maybe 3 pumps in order to like get enough of a lather to actually wash my body. And I feel like I just used it way too quickly. And for what it is, like, I don't know, I feel like it's not really worth the price. It was nice enough to use, but it wasn't like anything wow worthy for me, and certainly not enough to buy it again. A face cleanser that I went through was this Clean and Clear Aloe Vera Acne Prone Gentle Cleanser. It was okay. I always double cleanse, so this is just sort of like the second step cleanser, and for that it was fine. I felt like it was a little bit drying on the skin, which maybe that's because it's for acne prone, so like it's weird because I'm acne prone, but parts of my face still get kind of dry. So overall, like, not my favorite. I wouldn't buy it again. I kind of just picked it up because it was cheap at Marshall's and I needed a second cleanse. Another cleanser, but the first step cleanser, I went through the last Pharmacy Green Clean. It was the last scent of the holiday 3-pack kit. This was the Warm Vanilla Chai scent. Not my favorite scent, but I do think that this might be my new go-to cleansing balm. I have the like jumbo version of it right now that I'm working my way through. I picked it up in the Sephora sale. So I think this is now my go-to makeup removing step of my skincare routine. And this is really nice. The scent, again, not my favorite, but the formula itself, very good. Okay, more kind of acne related stuff. I went through a couple sets of like pimple patches. The first is the Kosas Master Patch Intensive. They're good. And then the other one that I went through is the Hero Cosmetics little one, also good. I like using the pimple patches when I feel like I just like got one that just like needs the stuff like sucked out of it, you know? So these are good. I don't use them all the time, and it can get quite expensive if you are having to put them on like a lot of different spots on your face. But these are good like every once in a while when I feel like I just like really need the help. I have a whole bunch of the other Cosas, I think Cosas, the like normal ones, like the normal circle ones, not the intensive ones. So I'll work my way through those, and yeah. Okay, another random thing is this little eye patch thingy, Goodbye Panda Eyes from Hello Bello. I feel like this is hella old because when I opened it, like, they weren't even really all that moist anymore. They weren't like dry, but they certainly didn't do anything. I can't remember where I got this or why I got it, but like sheet masks kind of are things that I probably won't really be buying anymore, just because I feel like I don't ever take or make the time to use them, so they're kind of a waste because they just sort of sit around and not get used. So yeah, I won't be buying little eye patches like this or like sheet masks anymore. Another skincare thing is, can you even see it? I don't know. The Make Beauty Micro Ferment Rice Essence Skin Prep Hydrating Liquid. It took me quite a while to go through it. I wasn't using it like every day, but it felt nice on the skin and it added a layer of hydration, which was nice. I don't think I would necessarily buy this again. I can use other products that give me the same like effect that this does at a cheaper price, so I would probably just continue to get those. One in particular are like Cosas has a few that are pretty good, so I'd probably just keep using those instead of repurchasing this. A face mask that I really do like, and I've gone through quite a few, is the In Beauty Project Green Machine Insta Glow 7-minute mask. I really like this. I don't know that it like does anything amazing, but I always like how my skin feels after I use this. I would probably buy it again, but not right now. I have one other face mask like in a tub type thing that I'm working my way through. It's not my favorite, and it doesn't really do the same thing that this does, but I kind of, like, I'm not a regular masker. I kind of just use them like maybe on the weekend, so it's just not really something that I spend a lot of time doing, so I feel like I don't really need to continue to buy them, or at least like buy them as soon as I run out of one, you know? Okay, I feel like I've gotten down kind of to the bottom where I can see more of the things, so I'll try to work through the rest of the skincare items that I have. So I finished the refill part of the Skin Fix Barrier Plus Triple Lipid Peptide Cream. I brought this whole thing out, but it's really just the refill that I went through. I am going to keep the container in case I want to buy a refill again in the future, but after going through, because I bought it as a kit where it came with a full size, a refill, and maybe like a face cleanser or something, after going through the 2 full face creams, I've decided it's not really my favorite. If I want to go back to a thicker cream, like mostly to use at night, I would probably go back to the Pharmacy Honey. I can't remember what the name of it is, but the Pharmacy one. That one was a favorite for a really long time, and I thought that maybe this one had replaced it, but it hasn't. So I'll keep the container just in case I want to just buy the refill for it, but I kind of don't see that happening. And I know that they reformulated it, so I don't know if the new formula is better, but I feel like I'd rather just go back to the Pharmacy one rather than trying it, so yeah. Okay, Pixie, the Glow Tonic Serum. It's, I believe the base of it is glycolic acid. I really enjoy this, and I have gone through several throughout the years. But I think I've got my skincare routine sort of pared down enough to where like I like everything that I'm using, and this just like doesn't really fit in it right now, so I probably won't repurchase this again anytime soon. If at some point I feel like my routine isn't really working for me anymore, maybe I'll revisit it, but otherwise I'll just stick to what I've been using. The Phytosurgeon's Sea Submerge. I really enjoy this. It's sort of just a hydrating serum. I don't really know what all is in it, but I like what it does for my skin. This is currently what's part of like my pared down routine that I've been using and liking, and I'm like working my way through another bottle. This is one of the things that like when it is gone, I will probably repurchase pretty much right away, or like I'll place an order before it's completely gone, just so that I know that I'll have it. I really like using this. Another Phytosurgeon's product is the Moonlight Afterglow. It's vitamin C and antioxidant support serum. It's got other stuff in it. I believe it has rosehip oil in it, which is an ingredient that I really like using on my skin. I love this stuff. I think it's like my go-to vitamin C now, and I am working my way through another bottle. And it's one of those things where like if I feel like I'm going to be running out soon, I will place an order to re-up it. It's part of my pared down routine now that I have really been enjoying, so I don't really want to be without this. Another Phytosurgeon's product is the Verdant Force Field, the moisturizer. I love this stuff. And one thing that I discovered with this bottle, because I saw someone on Instagram that had it taken apart like this, and I was like, what? I thought that it was like an air pump container, so I thought that when I couldn't pump anymore that it was completely gone. No, Turns out there's still a lot of product left in here after you can't pump it out anymore. So I believe, like, I got almost a full week, if not leading into 2 weeks worth of product out of this after I couldn't pump it anymore, which I'm glad that I know this now, but also I've gone through so many bottles of this that it kind of makes me angry how much product I've wasted. But I'm going to let that go because now that I know, I will get way more use out of this than I did before. But this is, again, something else that it's part of my pared down routine, and I don't ever want to be without it. Alright, I went through 2 eye creams, the CeraVe Skin Renewing Eye Cream and the Naturium Vitamin Bright. I kind of went through a phase where I stopped using eye cream for a while. I was having issues where, like, my right eye would just be continuously watering, and it was the worst, like, before I went to bed, and then when I woke up in the morning, and then, like, halfway through the day it would sort of stop watering, and I was like, what is going on? So I stopped using eye cream, thinking that, like, it was, like, getting in my eye or something, but that didn't really fix anything. I kind of think now that the eye watering thing might be hormonal, because I feel like I notice it at certain times of the month. Like, it's not an all the time constant thing, and it doesn't really matter what products I'm using. Like, and if I stop using something, like, it doesn't get better or anything. So I don't think it's necessarily product related. I think it might be hormonal related, but I'm not fully sure. When I went through the phase of, like, not really wearing eye cream, and I've kind of paused again on it now. I do have an eye cream that I'm using, but I don't use it every day. I've noticed that, like, maybe it's all a scam. Like, I do try to put a little bit of moisturizer there, but, like, I don't think that I need to do a dedicated eye cream. I like the idea of doing the brightening one, which the Naturium one was supposed to be, because it's kind of yellow tinged and it's supposed to be brightening, but I found that, like, it didn't really do that. But the Origins ginseng one actually does, like, brighten up the appearance underneath my eye. So if I ever did go back to an eye cream, I feel like I've said this time and time again, but it would probably be that one. But I think I'm maybe in the phase of, like, I don't really need an eye cream. I don't know, like, I have crow's feet, but also that's just kind of what happens when you get older. I feel like putting a cream on there isn't going to stop that. Yeah, am I done with eye cream, I think? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Have you always used an eye cream? Did you stop for any reason or anything? Let me know. I'd kind of love to see what your experience is with them. Like, am I alone out here not using eye cream? I don't know. Alright, lip balm, the Laneige lip sleeping mask. This is the berry? I don't know, it's the pink one. There's still a little bit left in it, but I feel like it doesn't smell like it did when I first opened it, so I'm kind of choosing to not finish using the rest of it. And I have other containers of this. I have a couple other full-size ones, and I think like 2 other of, like, the mini ones left. So I've just been using those ones, and I'm fine letting this go since it has sort of smelled off. But I do like the formula of this. It's really nice. Okay, kind of skincare related, but I mostly just use it after I put makeup on, is the MAC Fix Plus. I like using this. I sort of like setting powders. I kind of just use it to meld all my makeup together once I've finished applying it. And this in particular is really nice if you've gone, like, overboard in the powder area. It sort of helps, like, melt it a little bit and make it look a little bit more skin-like. So I like this, and I would probably buy it again if I need a, like, setting powder. But I try to keep an eye out for if I'm at Marshall's. Like, I'll try to look for it there. I don't really want to pay full price for it. There's things at the drugstore that do the same thing that this does, and I would rather pay drugstore prices than full price for this. Okay, a random nail item is the Gelish Mini pH Bond. I do my own gel manicures at home, and part of that is using the pH bond to, like, dehydrate the nail bed. I got this in a kit like when I first started doing the gel polish with, it had this, like the base coat, top coat, and I believe the cuticle oil. And I kind of stopped using the base coat and top coat because I got the full sizes of it, and I kind of like how those apply with the brushes better than the mini versions. Anywho's, but I finally finished the mini of this one, so yay. 2 perfumes, the first being the Jo Malone Wood Sage and Sea Salt. It is one of my favorite scents. It just smells so like fresh. I'm terrible at describing scents, but I really enjoy this as like a fresher smelling one. I really like this in like fall, I guess sometimes, but like a spring, summer scent. One thing about Jo Malone that's kind of a bummer, they don't last very long on me and they're so expensive. So I really don't need any more perfumes right now. But if I could find this scent in another brand that lasts longer on me, that would be great. If you know of any like dupes for this, let me know in the comments. I also really love the Jo Malone, it's like their old fig scent. They like re-brought back a fig, like wild fig and something, but the original fig scent was fig and Kosas, I believe. I can't fully remember the name of it, but that one was like for real my all-time favorite scent, but they don't make it anymore, and the new version, the new fig version that they brought out just doesn't smell the same. So if you happen to know what I'm talking about and you have a dupe for that as well, let me know. I would love to find a scent like that again. The second perfume that I went through is the Rollerball version of the Lost Library scent from Fantasy Cosmetica. I really love this. It's very different from the Wood Sage and Sea Salt, but it's just like a cozy library hug. It smells so good. I did end up buying the full-size spray version of that after I had gotten this one, and I'm almost done with that as well, and that would be something that I would probably buy again. They don't last the longest on me, but the scent of it is so unique and unlike anything that I've smelled before. It's worth it to buy it again, in my opinion. So I would probably do that again after I work my way through a few other perfumes that I have. But love this. Okay, on to the makeup items. First, a nasty old sponge. It's gotten to the point where I can't really clean it as well, and the stains don't come out of it. And there's like a few like micro tears in it, so time to move on from this. Okay, the Fenty Beauty Matchstick in Amber. I'm finally giving up on it. It's gotten to the point, it's like right at the very thing. I could probably try to dig it out and get some more product out of it, but I'm realizing that the longer that I use this, the warmer it seems on my skin, and it really just isn't as gray toned as I would want it to be for a contour. And I have many other contour and bronzer products that suit me better than the color of this does. So this was great while I used it, but I would not purchase this again, at least not this color. I don't think they have one that's any more cool toned than this, but again, I have other products that I like and use, so it would probably be a while before I circle back around to this. Alright, I have 3 mascaras. The first is the Maybelline Rocket Volume Express. These are all waterproof. This is one of my all-time favorite drugstore formulas. I've gone through many of these before, and I would definitely repurchase again. The second being the Loreal Panorama mascara. Not my favorite. When I first opened the tube, it felt pretty heavy on my lashes. As it dried out a little bit, I enjoyed the formula a little bit better, but it was still only ever like a layering mascara for me. It wouldn't ever be something that I would put on first because it would make my lashes fall, so I would not buy this again. And the last is the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume. I thought that I used to like this formula, which is why I purchased it, but this like hardly holds a curl for me, and it is the waterproof version, but I don't know, something about it, like it made my lashes fall flat, and they kind of just got like really thin and sparse somehow when I put it on. So it's definitely not empty, but I just could not stand to use it anymore, and I'm not going to force myself to use it, especially with like a drugstore mascara. I would just much rather use something that I enjoy using, so don't recommend this one. The e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, this is the pink one, the niacinamide one. I feel like, I don't think this does anything different than the green one, so when I repurchased this I just went back to the green version of it. I enjoy using this. I feel like it helps grip my makeup a little bit more, and I don't know that it necessarily makes it last any longer, but I like that it doesn't interfere with how the foundation looks on my skin. So I have repurchased another one of this that I'm using, and I just enjoy using it. Eyeshadow primer, the Nars Pro Prime Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. I don't know if maybe my tastes in eyeshadow primer have changed since the last time I used this. Like, this is the second tube of this that I've gone through, or maybe it was just this tube of it, there was something different, but I feel like I had quite a few eyeshadow formulas smudge, or not smudge, I had quite a few eyeshadow formulas that would crease with this that I don't ever remember that happening before, and I feel like maybe it wasn't full when I got it, which, to be fair, that's my fault. I bought it off of someone on Mercari. They said that it was like new and unopened or anything, so like maybe they lied, they probably lied, I don't know. I feel like it didn't last quite as long as what my last tube of this did, and because it like wasn't fully functioning as I remembered it, I don't know, just like not my favorite anymore, I guess. I wouldn't rebuy this. The Urban Decay Brow Blade, this is in the shade Cool Cookie. The ink side part of this is gone, which is like mostly what I used from it. The pencil part, there's still some left, but I just don't use eyebrow pencils anymore. I only use like ink pens the way that I do my brows. I liked this. I don't think that I would ever go full price on it again, and I would probably get a different color. This ended up looking a little bit light in my brows, so I'd probably need to look into a deeper shade, and I would only get it if it's on sale. But I like the Milani one, and I'm currently using the NYX one again, and those are cheaper than what this is, so I'll probably just stick with those. Alright, those are all of my empties from spring, I guess. Thank you for watching. I know that it was quite a lot, and hopefully it didn't like annoy you too much that I didn't go through category by category, but I feel like I grouped some stuff together in big chunks, so hopefully that was kind of helpful. If you liked this, hit the like button. If you like stuff like this, subscribe before you go, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!